Have you ever noticed that the things that people hate in this world, the disgusting creatures that walk among us, are the ones that are always getting the hate? While the beautiful creatures of this world, they're getting all the love. But why? You see, the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to ugly people, when it comes down to people in general, you're always going to have your good and your bad. That's not the same with animals. I mean, when a wolf attacks a moose that ends up having a calf by it, it's nothing against the mother moose. It's the fact that if he wants to take that moose, kill it and eat it, it's not because he hates the moose, it's because he's hungry. But you see, the fact of the matter is always the beautiful things in life that seems to have the least amount of confidence in itself to actually go forward and actually do something with themselves. Take, for instance, you got a parrot, a beautiful, lovely parrot. But what's it do for the earth? Just stands there, squawks at you, and looking pretty with all the feathers. Opposed to, say, a spider. A spider, 8 legs, and a lot of people are scared, a lot of people are angry, a lot of people are disgusted by the creature. But why? When it comes down to the fact, spiders are probably one of the most amazing creatures ever walked the face of the earth. They've been around for hundreds of millions of years. They've always been able to take out the pesky mosquitoes and any other disgusting little blood-sucking creatures that have been wanting to take over our lives for years. Giving us stuff like Ebola and every other kind of disease that could ever walk the face of the earth to give us actually the sickness and cause us to die. But if we get bit by a spider, it's our own fault. It's because we were trying to squash that spider when all that she was wanting to do was actually mate with the male, make babies, and get rid of a couple of pests for us. Same thing with the snakes. You got a long, beautiful cobra that wants to get rid of all the rats in the world because why? They're easy to eat and easy to kill and easy to take over, not to mention the fact that they are hungry. But all we can see is a slimy, disgusting snake. Take, for instance, people with mental and physical disabilities. In society, we may think that they're just in the way, may not be able to think that they are good enough for anything. But really, disabled people are probably one of the most inspirational people in the world. People in wheelchairs, say Stephen Hawking. He's done more for the world than anybody. Half the people that ever could ever walking away. But you see, the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, pointing fingers is never what's going to get us through the next millennium, to the next year's coming. Pointing fingers is never going to do us any good. It's only going to do us harm. Because really, when you point fingers, all you got to do is just point one, and then point this one. And instead of pointing fingers, you're going to be pointing a gun. What this world needs is that we got to stop labeling things. We need to stop pointing fingers. Instead, we should be opening hands and opening arms. And that way, hate, racial prejudice, and hatred are always going to be got rid of, always going to be destroyed in this world. Don't criticize the spider or the snake. All they want to do is just get rid of pests for us. Sometimes you got to criticize the parrot. Because sometimes, even though they may be squawking and talk a good game and they may look beautiful, they're the ones that actually ain't doing a damn thing. Kind of reminds me of a certain president.